Imagine you're standing in the heart of Anatolia, where the wind hums low over golden grasses. The sun is soft on the horizon. Beneath your feet lies a mound, silent, still, unassuming. Yet, under this earth, sleeps a city. Not a city of stone towers or marble streets, but a place of warmth, firelight, and clay, of gentle voices and footsteps across rooftops. This place is Çatalhöyük. Over 9,000 years ago, long before pyramids were carved or empires had names, people here woke each day to the rhythm of hearth and harvest. They painted their lives onto walls. They buried their loved ones beneath their beds. They spoke through symbols, and they moved like breath, in and out of shared spaces, with no kings and no thrones. In this quiet journey, we will explore what it meant to live here, not as a ruler or a warrior, but simply as someone with soil under their nails, warmth in their chest, and stories in their silence. Let the world of Çatalhöyük rise softly around you. Let's begin. Daily life. Living on rooftops, the air is dry, yet not harsh. It smells faintly of ash, of sun-baked clay, and the wild herbs that cling to the nearby river banks. There are no streets here, no cobbled lanes, no alleys. Instead, the people of Çatalhöyük walk across the roofs. Their homes are built close, like puzzle pieces, one pressed gently against the next. Each house is a soft cube of mud brick, its walls thick, its corners rounded by time and weather. You do not enter through a door. You climb down, through a hole in the roof. A wooden ladder, worn smooth from use, leads you into the cool shadows within. Inside, the air is different. Still and faintly smoky, it carries the scent of burnt wood, drying grain, and yesterday's stew. There is no furniture, no windows, no clutter, just raised platforms of packed earth where people sleep, sit, and sometimes die. Yes, the dead are here too. They rest beneath the floor, wrapped in care, curled like children returning to the earth. The living move above them, careful, reverent. Every step in this home is a quiet remembrance. A mother kneads to on a flat slab. Her hands move with slow purpose, her wrists dusted in flour. A small child watches, tracing shapes into the ashes near the hearth. Outside, a man mends a net or chips a stone. Tasks are shared, flowing gently from one person to the next. Not out of duty, but as rhythm, like a shared breath. The world is small here, but complete. Each home has its sacred corner. Bullhorns embedded in walls. Small platforms possibly used for rituals, geometric paintings in red and black. The same hands that shaped bowls for lentils also painted spirals on plastered walls. Art and life, here, are not separate. Night comes softly. The rooftops glow with firelight. Children sleep on warm clay. The city exhales. And beneath each sleeping figure, bones whisper, not in fear, but in memory. Ana-Tula. The silent story of a wall painter. Imagine you are inside a home, breathing with the earth beneath you. A low ceiling, curled clay cushions, and a sacred corner adorned with bullhorns. And on the wall, an unfinished painting. Red ochre, black charcoal dust, and white clay. Each brushstroke like a slow word written into time. The owner of this painting is no one calls her loudly. She wakes with the first light of morning, prepares her paints in the soft warmth of the hearth, and paints on the wall, perhaps a scene of birth or a dance of hunters. Ana-Tula tells her stories without words. They are in her lines and shapes, in circular figures, abstract patterns, and carefully traced bullheads. In Çatalhöyük, art is not decoration. It is sacred. Each painting is part of a ceremony, an expression of transition, prayer, and memory. Ana-Tula takes part in birth ceremonies. Newborn children bathed in the shadow of bull figures. Elders gazed one last time at these paintings before they are laid to rest. And children grow beneath them, whispering to the walls as if speaking to old friends. For her, time gathers in layers of paint. Finishing a painting takes days, perhaps weeks. Her brush is made from animal hairs, its handle a thin reed. She gathers colors from nature, reds, yellows, and shades of gray, but each color holds meaning. Red is the shared language of life and death. Black is silence, like the night. Ana-Tula's face is as soft as the breeze. She does not speak, but in her eyes, the shadows of hundreds of stories are kept. Sometimes she pauses, looks at the painting, as if searching for a missing breath, a forgotten memory. For her, painting is not just a task. It is ritual, prayer, a gentle touch, like the way earth blends with water. And as you drift toward sleep, think of Ana-Tula's slow movements. The way she grinds pigments with stone, dips her brush in water, and gently places a figure on the wall with care. Each line is an echo of memory, and each echo wraps you softly in silence. Imagine stepping outside Ana-Tula's home, onto a gentle slope warmed by the soft sun. The air carries a delicate scent of dry grass and faint smoke from distant hearths. Around you stretches Çatalhöyük, not a city of stone towers, but a living, breathing quilt of mud brick homes, sharing walls, sharing lives. Archaeologists, many thousands of years later, have uncovered pieces of this quiet world, shards of pottery, beads made of bone and shell, tools worn smooth from daily use. But much remains a mystery. The reasons behind some paintings, the meanings of certain symbols, the whispers caught between layers of earth. Some walls show mysterious patterns, circles intersecting with triangles. Perhaps prayers to unseen forces. Others depict animals, bulls, stags, and birds, possibly guardians of the community. Imagine the rhythms of daily life here. Women grinding grain, the rough sound of stone on stone. Children playing near clay ovens, their laughter a soft chorus. Men returning from hunts, their footsteps muffled by dust and grass. Each day followed the steady pulse of seasons. Sowing, harvesting, resting. Ceremonies marked the passage of time. Births, deaths, the turning of the year. Communities gathered, sharing food and stories beneath open skies. Archaeology gives us a glimpse, but it cannot speak all the words. It invites us to listen quietly, to the silence between the stones, to the echoes of footsteps long faded, to the stories written not in books, but in the very earth beneath our feet. As you rest now, let yourself drift with these echoes. Feel the gentle rhythm of lives once lived, the calm of a place shaped by care, connection, and time. Breathe deeply, let the ancient world cradle you softly. Elite contrasting lives. Between comfort and ritual, imagine. Beyond the clustered homes of Çatalhöyük, there were spaces reserved for those who guided the community. Elders, shamans, those who held knowledge like a quiet flame. These figures lived with a different rhythm. Their days were marked not just by labor, but by ritual and reflection. The soft rustle of cloth, the faint scent of burning herbs, and the measured pace of ceremonial movement filled their world. Imagine a room lit by flickering oil lamps, walls adorned with intricate patterns, symbols meant to connect the earthly and the spiritual. Here, leaders gathered to interpret signs, shadows dancing on walls like whispers of another realm. Though their lives held more comfort, they bore the weight of responsibility. To protect, to guide, to keep the stories alive. Their decisions shaped the fate of many, their presence a steady anchor in a world of change. Yet, even in their elevated place, they remained part of the land's quiet breath. Their clothes, woven from flax, their food harvested from the same soil, their hearts tied to the same cycles of birth, growth, and rest. Imagine the contrast, the ritual purity of an elder's chamber against the bustling daily life of the village, the silent prayers said before dawn, and the laughter echoing through open courtyards. This balance shaped the community's life, a dance between the sacred and the ordinary, between stillness and motion. As you sink deeper into calm, let these images flow gently through your mind. The lives intertwined, simple and complex, soft and strong, all part of the ancient tapestry. Feel yourself resting within this timeless rhythm, held by the earth and stories of long ago.